Hello and welcome back to another video. Unfortunately, this video won't be starting exactly how I'd planned. You can see by the state of this first spot that the area had been destroyed by some wild weather. Just made places very dangerous and recording very difficult. In between the rainstorms and the absolute howling wind, I was able to get some photos and I will share those with you in just a moment. So stay tuned, as the video will continue as per usual just after I've showcased the photos from the days prior. So at the moment, down at Piha Beach, it's on the western beaches near Auckland. Weather's not great. Last night was probably the worst weather I've had since I arrived. It was for probably a good 4 or 5 hours, just constant thunderstorms, very, very heavy rain. So if I'm looking a little bit tired, that's why. It kept me up for hours last night. Made me a little bit nervous about this area because the roads around here are very windy and quite precarious in terms of the way that they're carved into the cliffs around here. The sort of soil around all the roads looks quite uneven, so when you get some really, really heavy rain, it does make you wonder whether the earth's going to give way at some point and close the roads and you can get stuck here. It's not an uncommon thing to happen in this region. Slips and mudslides are things that are just part of life in New Zealand. So yeah, when you get really, really heavy rain and you're in an area where there's only like one road that comes in and out, it makes you a little bit nervous. But at the moment, the road seems to be holding up, which is good. I'm just parked up at the beach at the moment. So I'll go out, probably have to put the rain jacket on. Unfortunately, well and truly missed sunrise. It was still just absolutely chucking it down when I woke up, so I didn't really want to get out into that weather. So I waited for it to clear off a little bit, but yeah, clearly there's no sun because it's just complete cloud cover. I'm sure there's more rain on the way, but yeah, we'll go out, put the rain jacket on, have a wander around, maybe take a few photos, and see what we can find. So let's get to it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's quite gusty down here. So I'm sorry if there's any wind noise in the mic. So yeah, no rush really, just taking in the scene, trying to see if there's anything I can pick out in the landscape that catches my eye. This is probably my favourite type of photography, where I can just go out, no tripod, handheld. Got the zoom lens at 24 to 105, so I've got a multitude of different focal lengths I can choose to zoom in or out. It's just nice having that freedom to be able to walk around,
not be anchored by a tripod. Some people make the argument you don't need a tripod at all, but I make the argument that my hands are very shaky. Too many years of playing football has damaged the shoulders, which then, I don't know, caused a little bit of nerve damage or something, but yeah, my hands are quite shaky at the best of times, so that's why I use a tripod most of the time. But yeah, had the freedom of just being able to walk around, handheld, one lens on the camera, snap away. It's nothing better. So there's a nice little scene just here. You got the little bit of driftwood that have come across on the shore here. You got the cliffs on the left-hand side, a bit of the cove heading out to I don't know. I'm going to call it Piha Rock, or it could be Lion Rock. One of them. so that big rock on the right as well. So yeah, if I can sort of zoom in a little bit tighter on this this little scene here, it might be a nice little image. No light. If this was sunset, it'd be beautiful. I might wait for a decent set of waves come through, crash on those rocks, and yeah, see what I can manage to capture here. While I was trying to shoot that scene, I noticed that there's a flock of seagulls, which normally you don't really pay too much attention to, but I was sort of flying around in the air just behind me, and I realised when I turned around, it worked quite nicely with the rock. I'll show you. Worked quite nicely with that rock in the background, the birds sort of flying around in that moody sky. So I quickly snapped a couple in that direction. It was a really, really nice shot. So yeah, that's why I love this sort of photography, where you just got complete freedom to swing around and quickly take a shot that sort of reveals itself to you. So that's the benefits of this sort of photography. So I've made my way down to the very southern end of the beach, and I think there might be a bit of a shot here, trying to use some of this foreground elements here, particularly that rock here, so that can be my real main foreground. You've got these nice little patterns in the sand, as well as this rock outcrop, which all sort of points towards that major rock in the background. So again, using all this as a leading line. Once again, it'd be nice if this was a nice sunset shot, but yeah, I guess these would just be really moody shots, which it doesn't work too bad with the black sand beach anyway. So we'll try and get this one sort of all teed up, and I'll get a shot and put that up for you to have a look at. So I've just jumped up on top of this outcrop, basically the one that I was just shooting before, but looking back the other way. So it's a really nice shot from up here actually. Got this nice rock outcrop area in the foreground, with the black sand, the white water, with the main rock feature in the background. I don't really like the cliff on the left here, so I'm trying to keep that out of the shot as much as possible. It's just too, if you include it, it's just way too dominant in the frame, so I'm just trying to keep that out. The really moody sky seems to have moved off, so the sun's now starting to come out, which isn't a great thing because probably the only thing that it really had going for it was that really moodiness. So I think we'll call it for this spot. There's a beach, I think it's called Bethels Beach, about 45-minute drive to the north, so I might jump in the car and we'll head up there to go have a look as well. Again, I think probably not the right conditions to be able to shoot anything up there, but it'd be good to go have a look at because might be able to take some photographs there later, either this evening or early tomorrow morning. So yeah, we'll jump in the car and go have a squiz up there. Well, I've arrived at Bethels Beach. Gonna have to try and find another way to get onto the beach though, because this is supposed to be the way, but it's a river. So anyway, yeah. So this area is definitely not going to happen. So we have to find another way. So we've managed to bypass most of this river section. So I just start out here, is where I tried to come out before. So I've come up a little bit further through the dunes. So we can probably keep walking it out this way, and then it should be on the beach soon. Talk about windy, Jesus! Look at the sand blowing far out. I don't really know where to go or what. Far out. I think this is going to be a short one. I'll wander over this way a little bit. I don't think I can even get through there. Have a look when I get closer. But yeah, I don't even want to get the camera out because it's just going to get, this sand's just going to blow into all the bits and pieces, and it's just not going to be good for my gear. So yeah, not ideal conditions right now. Still pretty cool scenery though. And so unfortunately, as I had alluded to in the video, it's just not great conditions here to be getting the camera equipment out and risking it for a photo in conditions that just weren't really worthwhile. So we will end the video there. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get any more photos for you, but as always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.